looks like we're going to be moving into the game pretty soon. Obviously, Kirb0 is a huge example as well of just play the character that you like. In the same way that we have Luigi the best Luigi, we have Kirb0 the best Kirby, and he simply likes the blue puffball.
And he's very, very good with it.
Very, very good at it.
Very good. Like, I've watched a lot of Kirb0 sets. I've heard a lot of complaints from judges about the character. And Kirb0 definitely...
It even bleeds into my little Newcastle scene a bit, with Minimo taking loss after loss. It's like, oh, we're really at a point where we can complain about Kirby, a bottom 10 character in the game, but anyone can be good, and we're about to prove that. It looks like it's going to be Owl on Bayonetta against Kirb0 with the Kirby, of course. Let's kick it off here to start with on small battlefield.
Gotcha. We're going right in. I'm even more interested to see how this works out as opposed to Kirby versus Sora. I'm wondering how the two interact with each other. Kirby would naturally just low profile under ABK, don't you think?
Yeah, it's possible. And then also a fairly floaty character, so might be able to drift out of some Bayonetta combos in the air. I used to remember that Bayonetta struggled a lot with Jigglypuff in some senses. Like, Bayonetta has always beaten Jigglypuff matchup-wise because she's just straight up better. But Jigglypuff is one of the best for escaping her combos in the air because of that aerial drift. Kirby's a lot slower in the air, but there might be a little bit of that carrying over. But at the moment, OwlBBs is saying, no, you're going to be stuck in the combo for quite some time, my friend.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see, especially with recovering, because Kirby's lack of airspeed, it seems like being off stage would be very dangerous for Kirb0 with the amount of space that Bayo can cover quickly.
Oh, but
and that is stock one for Kirb0 gone, a back air, finding a spot.
We were seeing a very pertinent example of aerial drift actually getting through Bayonetta's forward air multi-hits when there was a bit of hesitation from Owl, but nevertheless the back air was right there on backup duty and just taking the KO. So I asked for the OwlBBs Bayonetta, and ask and ye shall receive. This is going very, very well for the higher seeded player right now. I know,
this is exactly what you were looking for, wasn't it?
I couldn't ask for more, truly. And so happy to see Kirb0 here as well with that up smash.
I love that. Taking some space at roll distance, reading an ABK off of ledge, and landing that up smash beautifully.
It really is beautiful to see Kirb0 in a tournament like this as well, because you'll be plenty familiar with him because you yourself are in Scotland, but to the rest of the UK, he's quite an unfamiliar sight. He sometimes might make an appearance in Manchester, maybe a knockout, maybe at the top of the blast zone. But Birmingham, you know, this is kind of the furthest down the country we've ever really gotten to see Kirb0 go, and was never like in contention for the UK PR necessarily. Mazebeans was the only Scottish rep on there, but everyone now like Octave, Jodgers, Kirb0, they're all plenty capable of getting into that top 15 range as long as you can hang on against the best, like OwlBBs.
Yep, exactly. If for the English, you'd have maybe seen Kirb0 around MCQ or at KO.
Ooh, wait a minute! Just
Not
getting
quite.
Out of there.
Very lovely SDI from Kirb0. Saving him completely there and giving him another lease on life. However, it's not looking good for the little blue puffball.
Now forced to recover once again. No hitbox directly above Kirby, which means Bayonetta can attempt all kinds of like falling nairs, maybe even attempt a down smash sometimes. There is that falling nair again, so hard for Kirby to deal with, and there is the down smash. I call him like I see him, Yubuki. Here is every move you're about to see, and game one goes to Owl. Bayonetta looking like the right decision.
That was a very nicely timed down smash.
Yeah.
You know, I did not expect that at all. I thought the going high, the recovering high mix-up was actually nicely thought of, but it seems that Owl was ready for that. Well, I wasn't.
Like most characters can say, okay, you know what, I'm going to mix things up and go high, but Kirby is just so slow in the air that you can react to him moving.
Yeah.
And no individual jump is going to take you that far, so once you've done one, you kind of know what's coming next. Especially Owl, a master of fighting in the air, is going to snipe that one out. But Kirb0 well and truly still in this. This is a double elimination bracket.
Yeah.
So if Kirb0 were to lose this, still within the top 20, we'll have a loser's side opponent, but for now, wants to stay on the winner's side here on Small Battlefield again.
Kirby's definitely going to have to make some adjustments going into game 2. Something just wasn't working out. It was getting caught in just too many of Bayo's combos. And we know how that racks up. Especially when you're a light character, the whole Bayo can't kill thing doesn't really hold true when you play Kirby and you can die at such a low percent.
Oh, yes.
So Kirby definitely has to be so incredibly careful.
But as a player, he's also used to fighting losing matchups because he pretty much does it in every set that he plays in Smash Bros. Ultimate, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And is still able to usually come out on top more often than not. Like his biggest rival within Scotland is MazeBeans, who plays Steve, the best character in the game. And Kirby is still, while taking very few sets off MazeBeans in comparison to the other way around, has still taken 1 or 2. Bayonetta, though, that's not a common matchup anywhere in the world.
That was about 3 bears that just missed by a hair's breadth.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Firing back, but firing that back air straight into the marshmallow. Keeping it competitive, though. Interested to see what Kirby can do. But Bayonetta herself, we've talked about. Oh, we want to talk about that back air.
What explosive
right in place.
back air.
But
both of them killing with back airs.
I have kind of said how there's the possibility of Kirby escaping combos with small size and aerial drift. Well, let's talk about Bayonetta getting out of Kirby's combos, because bat within and just the ability to jump so high, so much quicker than Kirby can do. Maybe even a little bit of witch time we might see, or just an aggressive landing. OwlBBs has the means to get out of combos and start his own. That is a big kill off the top.
Yep, right off the top. I'm interested to see how Kirby deals with this Bayonetta, because, you know, we have none in Scotland. So this is definitely an unfamiliar matchup that Kirby's having to deal with. I'm not seeing the usual Kirby advantage state, and that is probably due to stuff like witch time or just the lack of experience in comboing this character, Tail.
Yeah, like on the one hand, you're fortunate enough to live in the country with the best Bayonetta in the world, alongside clearly a contender for the second best.
Yeah.
You can hit up Bloom for friendlies this morning if you find him, but I imagine he's going to be a little busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scotland can be so isolated from the scene at large at times, and isolated in that magnifying glass is Kirby. You are taken away in game 2.
And just things killing way earlier than I even expected. Like being taken off the top. I didn't expect it to happen so fast. And then that fair off the side, I was like, oh, well, it can't be that bad. And Kirby just goes flying. And then that reminds me, that character was really, really light.
Yeah, you know what? Bayonetta combos, they do like to kind of scoop the character up from the side. Kirby's small size can help if you're, say, trying to pancake under things. But if you have, like, skinny sword fighters like Martha and Lucina and put them next to Kirby, it's actually Kirby who's got the wider hitbox. And that does actually make things a little easier for Bayonetta. But no changes in stage. Kirby's simply going to stick to the game plan and see if he can get a win on the heavy favorite in OwlBBs.
Yeah, Kirby had some ideas last game. Kept it very competitive until the end. I just got carried off both the top and the side blast zones, unfortunately, but everything else was very solid. So let's see what can happen.
Well, this is the first proper lead we've seen Kirby in for this entire game. So an actual opportunity to see truly how the Kirby neutral works and advantage state. It's not as though he's going to keep just getting continuous combos, but every single hit here, Kirby has had to work for with an individual idea, but they've all worked, and OwlBBs really staring down the barrel now. The down smash isn't going to work, but also getting out of combos fairly safely.
Beautiful tech, keeping Kirby out of that dangerous situation. I know Owl had a plan right there had that tech not been landed. But Kirby was sitting a very
oh, I wouldn't say that one.
I was almost proven wrong, but thankfully Kirby makes it out.
Well, not
just
anymore.
A random F smash taking that stock.
One for the Kirby stats. Yes, we saw a use of Kirby's down B within this set, the stone, an attempted combo break. And why not try something new, I suppose. This one is slipping further and further away, but Kirby, with one just F smash, for instance, you could at least level the stocks and then see if you can do what you did on that first stock. Don't give up.
Yeah, Kirby once again finding himself on the back foot as he has been for this entire set currently. But definitely not out at all. Kirby can take stocks quite early, as we know. And Bayonetta, such a light character and with such a powerful back air. We're not going to count him out just yet.
Well,
however,
never count out the possibility of an OwlBBs KO off the top, though. This is, you could call it your little warm-up for Bloom Forever, but who knows? Maybe OwlBBs is going to go further in this tournament.
Yep.
Parries the first hit of the aerial hammer flip and still knows to shield the second one as well. The Kirby matchup experience, it exists, you know.
Almost. Kirb0 is actually not as far behind as I initially thought. It's put in a lot of percent recently. However, it's going to be coming out with a lot of percent himself. As OwlBBs lands a classic Bayo combo and looks to hit yet another one. And Kirb0 now sitting on 82% and bleeding. Needs to get the stock now, but with some means.
But so many multi-hits on Kirby. Just didn't have a direct way to convert into a stock. Also knowing that the up throw wouldn't be strong enough to kill even on that platform yet. Yeah. Maybe a future one would in that position, but it's one of those moves that probably deserves to be a bit stronger than it actually is. For now, you just can't. Kirby loves down air. He loves back air as well. He loves to go and use that highly active down air to go and spike people, but never on Bayonetta. Witch Twist way too hard to interrupt with that move. But now it's combo time, 30% off 2 moves.
Yeah, we'll see what Kirb0 can do now. A very, very dangerous percent. A lot of things are going to kill this character. However, I cannot breathe a sigh of relief just yet.
We've had 3 American air dodges from Kirb0 in this game. A horizontal air dodge to the side. No, you know what? It might not matter.
I was going to say, no way.
If you don't die off them, you can win the game. OwlBBs, you can't take another smash
This is
attack.
looking terrible for Owl right now. Stuck on ledge against Kirby.
But now there's still nothing you can do about Witch Twist from below the ledge.
And it's
but a
killing.
dash attack when you get up, that's something you can do with Rage. Kirb0 is back in this one for Scotland, for Dundee, if I'm not mistaken, and for the low tier mains. Watch out, Kirb0 is right back at you.
What a comeback. I honestly, I was all but ready to count Kirb0 out. I'll be perfectly honest with you. That's my boy. That's my region. But it was looking terrible.
Yes,
and
100%.
Insane.
It felt like
that was a Kirb0 advantage state that I was wanting to see from the very beginning.
It felt like he basically earned 6 kill moves in a row. Even though it started from like 65%, every single hit, it base boosted me so hard, and it felt like he double killed OwlBBs with the amount of individual reads. Because yes, that was advantage state, but none of that was guaranteed. Every single hit there was its own individual prediction and pulled them off in sequence. Amazing stuff from Kirb0, but now for the first time we get to see Bayonetta make a stage counter pick, which perhaps matters more for Bayonetta than it does for Kirby.
Yep. Curious where they will go.
OwlBBs. It's OwlBBs, yes, and going straight in, runs and grabs and gets a combo started. Kirby wasn't ready for that. Will footstool.
No way! No way! Are we on our way to an insane comeback right now?
Well, this is one of those tricky situations where you see someone SD at actual 0, you might start to feel a little bad for them and lay off the gas a little bit. Kirb0 needs to not do anything like that and just utterly pile on the pressure to OwlBBs. Make sure if you've been given this opportunity, do not waste it. You could bring OwlBBs to game 5, and that is so critical. You know, OwlBBs already on the PR. Kirb0 wasn't even really on the outside looking in for that, but it would be so important to get the name out there. You've got the points to qualify for the circuit finale, but you've got to be taking those back airs.
Yep. Not ready for that tech at all. However, like you said, Tail, when you see an SD like that, you put your foot on the gas and you do not stop pushing. Because now you're on even stocks and your percent is climbing. OwlBBs is making this back. And this is your opportunity to make a Game 5 reset. You cannot mess this up, Kirby.
Yep, and we're once again still seeing some more air dodges to the left. I'm getting more and more worried for them. Kirby often doesn't have a choice because, again, he just can't move very fast, and that's basically a burst option for him. But that is a
Insane.
huge reversal with the forward air.
And
you know
the
what?
up smash.
The up smash equalizes.
Jeez.
This could be it for Kirb0's winner's side stock, but he is so explosive, he could just turn it around at any time.
Yep. Both of these players want to take this game so badly. Even Stocks out after OwlBBs, this SD has shown the work he has put in to crawl this back to a last stop situation. However, we've seen what Kirb0 is capable of in that advantage state. So OwlBBs, you need to be so careful. What are you going to do?
Has no real way to get off the platform easily. Manages to get the falling there, but the combo starts anyway for Owl at 90%. We're starting to get a little worried for Kirby. Just getting around the down smash, even with the air dodge in. Fair enough, it doesn't actually hit below ledge unless your invincibility is gone. But wow, trying to low profile under the afterburner kicks, like you mentioned before. Reverses off the stage.
Is that going to kill him?
No, it won't.
Not quite.
The double jump's still expended on Owl.
Kirb0 needs to be so careful. But Owl needs to be equally as much.
Opportunity missed, perhaps. Now back in center stage where Owl wants to be, getting his own combo started. Kirb0 can make a read off of ledge, but you have to make those reads off of ledge if you can't hit below it so easily. Where is Owl going to be next, Kirb0?
He's back here, so the dash attack taking it again. That's twice now. Twice, Tail. Neutral get up, killed with dash attack. And we're now sitting on game 5. Kirb0 must be very happy with himself.
Genuinely.
Right now.
Like, I do feel Kirb0 should be so limited in that position because you literally don't have the option to go off and down air someone. That means you pretty much have to either go deep and hit them before they start wedge twisting, or you have to make the read off of ledge. But Kirb0 is doing it every time and often with a dash attack. We cannot overstate, though, that was a last hit, last stock win from Kirb0 in a game where OwlBBs SD'd at 0. So now it's on you to prove you can win a game on the same stage without an SD. You just need to straight up beat one of the best in the UK. And if you can do it one more time, you are through.
Yep, Kirb0 needs to play so on point for this game. Because that one, despite the SD, was so incredibly close. It was scary. So, Kirb0, you need to turn it all the way up to 11.
At the same time, it could be a long-term benefit because Owl brought it back so comfortably and brought it to even, despite having one less stock than his opponent. It's given Owl the confidence to stay Bayonetta for game 5 when he doesn't have to. He's got the Sora, he's got the Banjo, and Kirb0 might have had to deal with another character in game 5 in a different scenario. It may not have worked. Instead, the Bayonetta is still here, and Kirb0 is beating it, Yabuki.
Exactly, 20% to 112. Tail, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm trying my absolute hardest to hear just what the hell you're saying. Back air taking it, and that back air will silence the Owl fans in the crowd. We had a little back and forth. Let's go Kirb0, let's go Owl. However, that has been silenced, and now only Kirb0 chants erupting as the English are silent right now.
They're still talking in the game, Yabuki. Right off the top, it's OwlBBs straight back in this, but that's a huge F smash from Kirb0. It's not going to be KOing in this situation, and again, you just have to kind of let Owl recover in that situation. It's just one of those unfortunate matchup quirks which will lead into a combo, but actually only 10%. It's just witch twist into witch twist, starting to get a little stale. But can you get a back air? No. Owl recognizing that Kirb0 was probably going to attempt a back air and does a higher afterburner kick to snipe that one out.
Yep. Great SDI by Kirb0, escaping those Bayonetta combos. Owl at 100%, Kirb0 sitting at 60. Both of them in relatively dangerous positions. Owl much more so. We know Kirby is no slouch with killing.
Oh, no way!
It could be! OwlBBs just not prepared at all. Has not seen Kirb0 attempt such a thing or commit to such a thing this entire set.
It's the third time he's used it in the game, but it's always just been to escape the combo and it gets cancelled at the earliest opportunity. But actually used as an attack, reading that OwlBBs was going to be exactly there, going for a vertical combo. And Kirb0 is one stock away from the winner's side.
And that's not
surely made it!
And that is it. Scotland Kirby getting just a beautiful reverse 3-0 on OwlBBs.
You would not expect it
Not
at
at all,
all
not
on
at
the
all.
evidence of those first 2 games. Owl was cooking him.
Yes, Owl was.
And we
Owl was
saw the
cooking.
matchup for what it was. Bayonetta should so easily be able to beat Kirby, and yet Kirb0 is simply different. Got those back airs, got those forward smashes, and got those dash attacks. And that is a huge win for one of the 2 Scottish representatives in this bracket. Here in the UK, we have 1 Welsh player in RMH. We've got 2 Scottish players in Kirb0 and Mazebeans, and they're all looking to make a deep run today. But Kirb0, perhaps with the statement win of them all, beating formerly a contender for the #1 in the UK is OwlBBs.
What a win. I mean, Kirby must be. I mean, you could see him. Kirby so pleased with himself for that reverse 3-0. To stay composed under all that pressure against a matchup you're not all that familiar with. And then to come out on top.
And to win in Game 5 after Game 4 was surely a confidence knock to say, I needed an SD at 0 to just about scrape through that one. But wow, and you know what? That means that Kirb0 as well will be moving on to fight either SBF or Snook.